Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello, VC. Let's get weird together, you know? I'm tired. I'm newly not sick, getting over this. I don't have time for that. Who has time to get sick? Any of you guys out there sick, shake it off, stay happy. Get weird. Tonight we're getting weird with Nucleus. This is like 83, 84, not even quite sure. Jam on Revenge. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. If this remote will work, I'm blocking it with all my records. I guess there's worse problems to have in the world, right? Alright. Let's get into it. VC, how you doing there? I've been hunting. I've been in the wild. I've been gathering stuff. You know? It's adding up. I figure I might as well show some of it before I buy more of it. And then I just never stop. You know? Let's get this video out. Feeling good. Work happened today. That was then. This is now. As you can tell, that Nucleus. I'm also drinking Hendrix Orbium. Limited release. I must be fancy. I must. Oh yeah, I'm not mad at that. It's got wormwood in it, like absinthe would, but it tastes nothing like absinthe. It doesn't taste like a traditional Hendrix, which is a cucumber gin. It's got lotus petal in there, because all that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not mad at that. I'm not a robot. I don't know if you heard the music. I'm not a robot. You don't have to worry about that, people. I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm real. My music's real. Alright, if you saw my, yeah, by the way, I'm loopy. I'm tired. I'm playing weird music to stay awake to go to bed. So I'm going to hammer this video out. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm going to sleep. And then go right back to work in the morning. Anyways, if you saw my video for Vinyl Tag 2019, excuse me, that sounds beautiful. That's a good sound. I apologize. Probably going to do that a couple times, as well as flurb and make mistakes and stutter and all that jazz that happens when you're asleep and you're wearing pajamas but a hat inside. Of course, I'm wearing a hat inside. I don't see why not. Alright, New York Dolls. They went on to make other music in the 70s. They just had 2 albums. I didn't get to acquire either of those, but this is Live Paris 1974. And this is sealed 1998 repress on Red Star. I haven't even got to split it yet. Listen to so much music, but it's got Personality Crisis, Looking for a Kiss, Pills, Trash, Puss in Boots, Jet Boy. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to deep diving on that one. That's got to be a good one, man. I do like some New York Dolls, man. Pre-Buster Poindexter, man. But, alright. Music's going to be eclectic. If you guys can't deal with that, just turn it off. Don't turn it off. I need people to watch me. I need reassurance. Not really. I'm quite content being forever alone. Sad but true. Anyways, Loopy Goofy Eric here. Couple bucks. I'll discover a record. Someone must have cleared out their collection, because you know how it is when you walk in a record store, you're flipping through something, and you see 13 Rolling Stones albums. There's a good chance someone cleared out a collection. I wish I found the Rolling Stones. I found Starpoint. I wasn't about to buy their whole catalog, but it was inexpensive, and I figure for just a couple bucks, this beautiful young lady, surrounded by these ice cream cone licking retards? I'm sorry, I can't use the word retards anymore. I'm in my 30s. That's politically incorrect. They're idiots. They're idiots enough to think they look cool, and they don't. But this chick's hot. And, it's 80s R&B. Unfortunately, you wish this band could be more of a band, but the studio gets in the way. It's overproduced. Her voice is lovely, but the songs kind of fall flat. I listened to this whole record, and I remember enjoying some of it, but nothing stands out in my mind right now. I'd definitely listen to it again, but it didn't wow me to the point where I'm like, man, let me get back to that record store and buy the rest of the Starpoint catalog. But happy to have that in the collection. A couple bucks. I'm not mad at it. Pull the cover out of this so I can open the gatefold. Dots and loops, I blame you, man. This is your fault. You keep on talking about krautrock. Little almond duel? Sure, I'm saying that right. I'm half German, half Italian, but I'm gonna not even pretend I could speak either. But this is a repress, obviously. 2014. Let me get that hologram for you there. Look at that creepy lady? Yeah, as not to offend. Let's say that's a lady. Sure. But yeah, a little deep diving into weirdness. Early 70s, whatever that would be. Psychedelic Prague krautrock. Anyways, I'll be spinning that in the very near future. That's going to go into the next to listen to pile. One record I actually listened to, speaking of being overproduced and getting in the way, Disco. This is CJ and Company. If you blind bought this and had no idea what it was and just went to the record company, you wouldn't say, like, the record label, you wouldn't say, oh, obviously, disco, must be disco, look at it, obviously disco. They just get in the way. Devil's Gun was fine. We Got Our Own Thing was a fun kind of big disco song with a huge chorus. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. You probably need to be on a 70s cocaine and too much alcohol to really get lost in that song for that long. Side 2 starts off with Free to Be Me. It's typical agenda. No hatred or judgment in any way to homosexuality, but it's very well known that gay nightclubs, it started in New York, is where the disco boom blew up, and so this catered to that demographic. That one song is not my cup of tea, not so much for the message, but the song itself. And then by the end of it, they try to have it instrumental to end it with, I'm pretty sure, a flute solo, and it just gets in the way. Disco gets in the way. If this band was making music a couple years earlier, and disco wasn't getting in the way, and record producers weren't getting in the way, this would probably be a really funky, good jam. And as it is, it's cool to own. It was inexpensive, but oh yeah, let's get weird. Oh yeah. Let's put that away. You're getting weird with me, aren't you? It's not just me, is it? I don't want to get weird alone. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hate when I'm a child of technology and I'm trying to fall in love. That's the worst when you're like a cyborg. It's hard enough finding someone, much less when you're like a cyborg. Alright, some more funky good jams. A little Chicago funk. Southside Movement. I want to say La Di Da would be the one that they try to push into being a big hit. I've Been Watching You. It's good music. These brothers knew how to dress. Look at these guys. That's of the era. That's something else, man. Who needs a suit? I do. That'd be the suitcase plaid? By all means. Shirt? Hell no. I'm not going to wear a shirt with a suit. That's stupid. Bare chest. That's the way to do it. And I'm going to shave that. You gotta... who wants to be a burly, hairy bro, right? But, Mudwind, it ends with. Instrumental. Funky goodness. Superstition Stevie Wonder cover on this. Don't find these out in the wild too often. I enjoy it. I dig it. There's nothing to defend. I don't even have to defend it. It's good music. I want to say their second album, if I'm mistaken, this is their first. Second one might be slightly more coveted. I don't have it. It's the one with the lady's bottom on it. I want to say it has a band logo on a back pocket with an afro pick. I can't quite recall. But if you're out there and you're flipping, you're crate digging, Southside Movement, find it, grab it, buy it, enjoy it. It's not that weird, it's just funk. If funk's too weird for you, get out of my life. What are you doing, man? Funk's too weird for you? Now this is too weird. In a good way. Rudy Ray Moore? What? I got this post-Christmas, unfortunately. I already have, Eat Out More Often sealed. I haven't even split that one yet. Original sealed, because I'm a nerd. But, So I found this at the same place. I guess someone was clearing out their inventory. I'll get to another gem that I assume came from the same person. But Rudy Ray Moore, in case you guys didn't know, is Dolomite. King of the punch with the bad sound effects, where the hand doesn't hit the face and the head goes the wrong way. You know, it's awesome. Rudy Ray Moore. But if you guys didn't know, he wants to let you guys know, to all my fans and friends everywhere, you've made me so very happy. Here's hoping you a soulful Christmas and a cheerful New Year. I mean that too. So, Rudy Ray Moore Christmas album. Every year, like right now, I got the James Bonds in my house. I don't know if you've seen them. Watch my old video. Or videos. I don't have that many. And I got a Stanley Kubrick Clockwork Orange. So occasionally I like to pull stuff out the frame, put new stuff up. It's a great way to decorate a wall. But come Christmas time, you better believe that this is going to be on your boy's wall, because what says Christmas more than Rudy Ray Moore? Probably family and giving, charity. Yeah, probably I'd say charity is more important than Rudy Ray Moore, but still do that. All right, let me see here. This trio of 12-inch 45 singles, small hole. This would be Dutch instrumental experimental synth pop. Let's say that's what that is. Proxion. I don't even think you could get these in the States. I think you had to special order these. These are all 12-inch singles. They're all one songs with a DJ remix in the back. All the B-sides sound exactly like the A-side. Managed to get the sticker off this one, which was nice. Was directly on there. God, I hate that. Look at this. I'm a nerd. That's some nerd stuff. Who doesn't want that? I want that. And this one right here, though, I put heat to it. I try to gooby on it. I try to talk sweet to it, tell it lies, you know, tell it some promises, and it just wasn't happening. So now I just got showed off like that. That blurb doesn't exist. It's okay. But yeah, I guess this would be Daft Punk before Daft Punk was Daft Punk. Late 80s, early 90s, Dutch weirdness. Speaking of weirdness, toe fat? Anyone? Toe fat? Not just me. I mean, I'm fat and I got giant feet. So, the name strikes me, but this is just fun. This is good stuff, man. If anyone's out there and they actually like this, leave a comment. I can't be the only one. These are those bands. This is the reason I'm making these videos. Who likes toe fat? Just me? Anyways, found that first press. Little ring wear, good condition, plays like a gem. I'm about that. I'm also about this. Star Wars, afraid not. This is music inspired by small Star Wars and other galactic funk. Anyways, DJ High Noon, you're not the only one. I'm down for some weirdness. This is great. It's just so flawless. Speaking of which, yeah. I'm just going to be sporadic here. I'm tired. I'm staying awake, though. I'm with you guys. You guys with me? Alright. So, yeah. That's Dirt Cheap. That's fun music. I'm buying it. Alright. Completely different spectrum. Like I say, I like it eclectic. I like all things here. I got this remote. You like that? Yeah. Vinyl and a remote. I'm fancy. I'm in a different world right here, huh? So, 13th floor elevators. This is a repress. Sue me. Don't care. By the way, thank you for whoever didn't like this weirdness that I like. Like I say, if it's colored, I'll show it. I usually don't care otherwise. But that is pristine. Someone didn't like the type of weirdness I like. Bought this lovely album. Got rid of it, traded in, whatever. And I didn't have to pay full price. So thank you to whoever doesn't like the weird that I like. Okay, keeping it eclectic. Y&T, because that goes with psychedelic and weird funk and Dutch synth pop and all that jazz. So, yeah, Y&T, look at that. That screams 1980s. What is this year? 1982, look at that thing. Looks like some wall art at a weird tattoo shop right there. I'm not a robot. Has nothing to do with Y&T, that's what's in the background. Alright. Staying awake. Knocking it out. Working to the stack. collect bad album covers, this one's a gem. The guy at the record store, friends would have told me this is salsa, funk, jazz, fusion, instrumental. So yeah, Salsoul Orchestra. People who collect bad album covers might remember the terrible Christmas one where they censor her. That's priceless. But this lovely lady just cornballing it with her yay double thumbs ups and her scarf and all that jazz. She's on the cover, which is cool, but the back, excuse me, maybe you would have sold some more records if the back was the front. But yeah, I'm gonna spin this. It's a few dollars. I figured, hey man, let's give her a go. Let's see what this is about. I'm not mad at it. I support your troops, by the way. Yeah, you don't have to like the government to support a soldier. Roy Ayers. Filling out his catalog, ubiquitous, that 70s stuff, My Life in the Sunshine, all that. There's some really good jazz, vocal jazz, fusion, all that. But this is in the 80s, because he's wearing a tilted hat, and he's wearing a jacket with the sleeves pushed over sleeves, and he's got a key on his neck, so you know he's soulful. He must be. But yeah, I figured this is 1982. It's got Let's Stay Together. I assume that's a cover. Al Green. I don't know any of the songs on here. This was dirt cheap. I figure, hey, Roy, you've done me right in the past. Let's see if you can keep it up. Here's a band, the next one. A lot of people have varying opinions on because they shuffled through lead singers, switched out musicians, and what have you. I'm having a brain fart right now because I'm so dead tired of what band they left. Foghat. I want to say some members eventually left and became Foghat. I might be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But Savoy Brown. It's like their third, maybe fourth album. So this will probably be their second or third singer. Yeah, I like Savoy Brown. They made a bunch of music. They were very prolific, even with all their turmoil and changing musicians and all that. But the B-side of this is them live in concert in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a good album. And this is just a good groove. If you find some Savoy Brown and it's late 60s, early 70s, take a chance on it. All the albums aren't going to be coherent with each other or follow the same vibe. But I like most of it all, nonetheless. Speaking of bands that switched lead singers, Ronnie Montrose had a band, and he was most known for the early years with a young Sammy Hagar when he was a Whaler. And I never really got into that era. I just never listened to a bunch of Montrose. But being a nerd that likes Godzilla and King Kong, and I got all these framed things, his fourth album was Warner Brothers Presents, and had this lizard T-Rex winged creature, and it looked like a soundtrack for an album that wasn't a soundtrack. And it was cool. I like the music, right? And so I figure people keep on telling me, well, if you like Montrose, you gotta listen to the Sammy Hagar era. And I saw this too many times at a record store not to grab it. Paper Money, if you look at the credits on the back, Sammy's credited with writing half the songs. So I'm gonna deep dive into this. You know, I like Sammy Hagar. I was more of a David Lee Roth fan when it came to Van Halen. And in fact, I took my dad probably late 90s, maybe early 2000s to see Van Halen 3 with Gary Cherone. And Alex Van Halen stole the show. You want to talk about a performance. When this guy got to doing his drum solo, it was last call for beer. So everyone had cleared out. People were running back, spilling beers and everything. This guy put on a pretty lady, put on a big comedic foam neck brace. And he starts tap, 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 double-footed and all that jazz. And really getting into it. But on this hand, he's hi-hatting and cymbals and hitting snare and going back and forth, but he's just tap 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 tap. And on this hand, he's probably every third beat, he's tapping here. I'm not a drummer. I can't even mimic what he was doing. But he's on every third one, he's tapping, and then he's flipping backwards, flipping hand over tap. So he's just going nuts, and he starts doing the whole spectrum of it and everything. It's just bananas. Hopefully I never lose my memory to the point where I can't remember that performance. Alex Van Halen absolutely stole the show that night. But Gary Cherone did a really good job doing the Sammy Hagar songs, and by that time, I mean, David Lee Roth can't even do David Lee Roth anymore. That aside, though, this is going 20 minutes, and I got so much vinyl. What? First Press, Foxy Brown, I Like Willie Hutch. This thing is clean. First woman I ever saw naked right there, Pam Grier. Thank you, HBO, back in the day when you'd, there was 35 channels, and then you can get Showtime HBO, and when you did, you'd have to record everything on a VHS to cop it. Anyways, good soundtrack. Not the rarest thing in the world, but that clean? Yeah, maybe. Alright, what else do I got here, man? Let me start powering through these. This is a blind buy. The whole darn family. It's all of them. It's the whole darn family. They've arrived. So, they're in a big limousine Cadillac. They're promising funk music. I'll discover it. Okay. Nobody get mad at me because this is literally $1. And you might look at it as a joke. This single? Tasha? Tasha? Who are you? I don't know. Gonna have to listen to it. I want to know what... Look, the back, same as the front. Somebody's daddy must have some money. Wanted to make their little girl famous. Didn't work out because I've never heard of Tasha. But for $1, I'm buying that. Gotta have that. Alright, if you guys don't know, it's pronounced SZA. And I can't be the only one here. Because since I asked the great Shrinky debate, what do you do when you got a gatefold and a hype sticker? I found multiple gatefold Shrinkies with the hype sticker. It's not just me. So, you guys do what you do. I'm not mad at you. Your opinion's not wrong. It's not right either. It's just not wrong. But yeah, that's some contemporary, semi-raunchy, little R&B with some urban rap tendencies. But yeah, I'm getting into that weirdness. Now, if we're talking some more funk, I'm sorry. I just always go back to it. I just enjoy it. Brainstorm. This is good. When I saw it and I started listening to it, if you see this group on the back, large group, horns, all that, good music. The ladies, I started hearing them sing, and it's clear the two ladies kind of go back and forth singing the lead. And I was like, I guarantee you, somewhere on this album, there's going to be one gentleman that has a song where he's allowed to sing, and I wouldn't doubt it if that's the best song. And sure enough, the very last song on here is called Positive Thinking, which I'm a fan of, by the way, just the concept of positive thinking. Anyways, the lead vocals is Dion Estes, and sure enough, he steals it. Best song on here is buried at the very end of the album, where no one's going to listen to it. Gentleman Sings. This band's good anyways, but they probably would have been better if they let my man sing a couple more songs. Alright? Forgive me, I'm going to press pause, and I'm going to rejoin you for side B.